Dane Murphy, welcome to Nottingham Forest. How does it feel to be here?
Yeah, fantastic. I'm extremely excited at this opportunity. It's a historic club with global recognition, and something that, as a young American looking across the pond at the English game, you clearly and easily recognize the name of Nottingham Forest and its history, the players and the coaches who have been staffed here. It's really a unique opportunity for someone in my position. I can't wait to get started.
You've had a chance to meet some of the staff and management already. What are your initial thoughts of Nottingham and the club?
Unbelievable, to be honest. The resource, the facilities, the staff, the players, the behind the scenes staff, front office. It's really an exciting time for me, and I hope everyone else at the club as well, because I think, are on the precipice of something tremendous, and this city deserves it. It's a great city, loyal fan base, amazing supporters, not only here, but again, globally, and hopefully I can help steer it towards a successful future.
Can you give us a bit of background about your career to date and your footballing journey to get to Forest?
Yeah, I guess I'll start from the beginning. I grew up in the United States. My family, for the most part, is from New York, and football has been in my family since I was a child. My father actually played American football, but wouldn't allow us to play. Both my brother and sister played football growing up, played at university level. My brother played professionally. And it was something I've always loved. I grew up in the States where there wasn't a lot of football on TV, but we had the Sunday channel watching AC Milan in the early 90s, and then it was, the highlight of my week every week. Um, Ended up playing throughout, high school, which is called in the States, and then the university level onto my professional career. I started in the United States in the MLS, then ventured to Germany and played in the second division in Germany. Ended up back in the United States close to home, which is the New York, Connecticut area, and knew towards the back end of my career playing in New York that I wanted to stay in the sport. It's obviously the passion in my life outside of my family, my friends, that has always held dear to me. And I just knew that at some capacity I wanted to remain in football. I knew I didn't want to be a coach. Sometimes, I realized actually in my playing career, and even younger than that, that I didn't have the temperament. And I thought, coaching and management, maybe not the best for me. And I was always enamored with the sporting side, building rosters, budgets, at the same time building out an organization that was successful and forward thinking and had the ability to outthink their competitors. And that's basically how I got into the scouting world once I stopped playing, knowing that my end goal would be somewhere on the sporting side at a high level. And never in a million years did I dream as a 35-year-old American to be a CEO at a club this size with the history that it has, the success that it's had. But here I am, and I can't wait to jump on and get things rolling.
Your first venture into English football was with Barnsley. How did you find that experience?
Yeah, it was again a whirlwind. I was a technical director at DC United, the first club I played for, and I got a call one day to step up and put my name in the ring for the CEO position at Barnsley. And a few calls later from the brass at Barnsley, I realized, yeah, okay, maybe I can do this job and I could take the step. And yeah, it was trial by fire, and you get thrown in the deep end without any life preserver. But in this sport and in any venture, you have to figure it out on your feet. And luckily, Barnsley has a tremendous staff and group of people that work there, and gave me all of the support and tools needed to have a successful 1920 staying up, and then a 2021 season competing in the playoffs. So my experience there, I've learned so much, and I'll continue to learn. But it was priceless in sort of my development as a CEO.
We know the Championship is a very competitive division. What do you think it will take to be successful at this level?
The Championship is probably the most difficult division in the world, I think, because of all the elements surrounding it, not just on the field, but off the field. And we are in unprecedented times where anomalies happen, and there isn't a perfect solution or a perfect formula, but I believe if everyone is on the same page and there is a true north that everyone can work towards together, from the sporting side all the way through the front office and everyone involved at the club, unity in a goal really drives the club in the right direction. We had that at Barnsley, and I think, it's not as difficult as it may seem from the outside because of the talent on the field at Forest and outside of the playing staff and the coaching staff. It takes everyone moving in the same direction together and having the goal in mind that, we're going to be united in our fight to have success and hopefully gain promotion.
Recruitment of the correct players is obviously important for success. How important is it to find the right balance and the right player for the club?
It's important at any club. It's important in any sport, but especially in football, because it's such a global game. There are so many players and there are so many angles and elements you have to deal with to get recruitment right. It's a huge part of it, and no one gets it absolutely 100% correct all the time. But those who have a philosophy and a steer that they always move towards, basically an end goal and a product that they want to place on the field, those are the ones that generally have a higher percentage of success with their recruitment. And I believe in my short time, meeting everyone around the technical staff, that we can get it right and we can be one of those clubs where recruitment is at the high end.
Preseason is obviously underway. The games will begin to come thick and fast. Is that an experience you're looking forward to?
Yeah, to be honest, everything comes thick and fast here. There's an off season, but really there's never an off season. And I'm happy to be joining in the middle of preseason because it really galvanizes everyone, myself especially, to get on the front foot and do the best job I possibly can in the shortest amount of time. What
are your aspirations for Nottingham Forest?
I think most importantly, to build off the tireless work of Giannis and the staff that has been implemented over the last 4 years to get the club where it is now, and to continue to progress it forward in a manner in which, yes, we're successful off the field, but as a whole, as a group, as an organization, as a club, we are successful together moving forward.
Finally, what message would you like to give to the Forest fans?
One, thank you very much, for hopefully welcoming me to the club and to those who allowed me the opportunity to be at such an unbelievably historic and successful club. I hope that I can deliver success that the club and the supporters and the city deserve. I think the second part of my message would be that from an outside's perspective now coming in, I think we are very lucky to have the ownership that we do. Mr. Marinakis is extremely generous with his own time, energy, and money, and you can see that in the development of the academy now into Category 1, the stadium with the sport minister coming in, meeting with Nick Randall, who's just joined the EFL board. These things all add up to a successful future, and Mr. Marinakis is at the focal point of that because of his generosity and because he's a forward-thinking man who wants to win and wants to be successful, and he knows that all elements from top to bottom have to be moving forward for all of us to be successful together.
Dane, thank you. Welcome to Nottingham Forest. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.